let's talk kickoff real quick.
Yep.
I'm disappointed that we are not even close to, and it felt like there was a little bit of steam for 4th and 15
Yep.
from the 25. We're not even close, and we're not even at the point now where we're voting to allow onside kicks earlier in the game yet.
Yeah.
What's happening with that? And I mean, I guess we can't really expect any kind of resolution on this before the season starts, right?
Yes, the onside kick thing. Well, the onside kick thing, you might get some. I know they're going to. This is another one that I think they're going to talk a little bit about in May. Whether or not they vote remains to be seen. But I think there was the unintended consequence piece of this, where onside kicks could start to be used as a strategy with the touchback changing, right? So, in other words, with the touchback going to the 35, and maybe that leads to more longer returns where the ball is out at the 40. If you're a team and you look at it, like say at the, I don't know, like, at the end of a game, right? Like at the end of the game, do you look at it and say, you're up by 8, and there's 4 seconds left? Do you onside kick it instead of kick it away? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
or the end of a half, do you onside kick it instead of kick it away? Like, there's different, because like the gap between because you're kicking from the 35, so a touchback's the 35 on the other side, and the onside kick, you'd be kicking to the 45. That's only like a 20-yard difference. So do
Yeah.
you see teams strategically now using the onside kick as like, well, there's not really any risk. You know what I mean? So we'll just onside kick it. Does that like bastardize the whole thing? So I don't think it's that they're not going to do this event, but I do think that I do think that there's some level of like, we need to think a few of these things through. And I probably did a bad job, but somebody explained it to me. A couple of people explained it to me.
No, but it makes
I don't know if
sense,
I
right?
explained that quite right, but that's sort of the issue.
Yeah. No, I think it makes sense, right? Because at some point, if it keeps creeping up, you know what would be great is if it creeps up to the point where it makes, and you could onside kick it constantly. You would get into Kevin Kelly territory where you just onside
Which is
kick it
not
on
every
every.
time. Well, and like this was part of the argument for rather than changing the touchback, moving the kickoff line back. So the
Mm,
kicker being at the 30 instead of the 35. Now, if the touchback's still at the 30 and the kickoffs move back to the 35 to the 30 on the other side, the minus 30, then you're talking about a much bigger gap, which would actually help. It would help you manage any potential problems with the onside kick.